Hello everybody, welcome back. This is my second video and I am now mounted the new hot end. I see it's a kind of a bad light here. I hope it's somehow visible. And I also made a test print. There was a lot of issues when mounting this. If we begin from the beginning, when I received the package, this was the only thing I got in the package. There was some cables and stuff, and this was also mounted, but in this area here there was, I will see if I can show this. This is the connector for auto leveling. I'm sorry if the camera is going in and out of focus here. I'm doing this with my mobile phone and maybe it's not the best. This is anyhow the connector on the hot end for auto leveling. And that cable I didn't get that one. I don't know the reason to this. But if we go to the computer, try to get some focus, and maybe it's flickering a bit, but this is the one that I ordered and it's from DFRobot. And if we go into that one, oh, I hope something happens. I have a really slow computer. It's an old one that I have out here for the 3D printing. And there you have the picture of the hot end, and here there was a picture of the stuff that should follow along with and to be delivered with the nozzle. And the thing is, what I received was only this part. This was what I got in my package. This one, these ones, and this was not in the package. And also then the cable that is mounted here. And then also should be a long one, and that one then goes from this area here. See if I can zoom in a little bit. That one here, then it should go all the way up here then, and it should end up here, and it should then be mounted in this area. That I didn't get that one, so in the end I tried to make my own cable. So I destroyed my old hot end here, and I took the connectors from the old fans. I just cut it off in the middle of the cable so I could reuse them then later, and just, what to say, solder them back together if I needed to. Anyhow, I didn't get that cable to work, so even though it's here, it did not work as it should, and it's not completely the correct connector to have here either. So but it's as what I measured it, and it seems only to be connected to the micro switch, so there is no electronics inside of here. So, and in the video it showed quite clear how it should be connected to this board, this one that has been on top of this one. If you check that assembly video that is on that you have on DFRobot's homepage, you have it down here, and there you have this small card, yeah, and that card is the one that was on top of the old hot end. So anyhow, it tells here in the information here at DFRobot's homepage that in the shipping list that you should receive all this stuff that I apparently haven't got. So I mailed DFRobot and I haven't got any answer from them yet, but yeah, I don't see any reason to why they will not send me this stuff now later on. So anyhow, that is how it is. So I tried this auto leveling function with my homemade cable, and I don't know if it was the cable. I don't think it was the cable, because I measured it, I assembled it, and I measured it, and I checked that it was making connection when I moved the hot end, when I moved it like this. You hear the clicking sound, but it went down to this plate and I heard it clicked, but then it made some strange movements here and I don't really understand what it did, and then it sounded like the whole machine was going to fall apart. It's a very high noise, because it was dragging the hot end like this and down like a V, and then it made some movement like this with the nozzle, and then it sounded like I don't know what. It didn't sound any good at all. And then after that was done, it asked for making some manual leveling, and then you go down with the nozzle, and you should use a piece of paper, and you should push up and down and stuff. And I did that, and after that it in fact was leveled very good. So I made a test print, but it didn't work. I would say the leveling function did not work as it should, because I checked how the auto leveling was going, and it should work on Dreammaker's homepage, and that was not even close to how it looked when I tried to do it. So something is wrong. Maybe I choose the wrong. Maybe I choose the wrong firmware, but I will try to show you here what I choose, and you see here the print finished. That's the one down there. So I will just go down here and I will show what you can go in and check all different firmware options directly in the printer. I will, if you go to About, press OK, then you go down to version. You see here that I've chosen 2.3.5 PS. And the reason to that is that if I want to go and see all of them, I press down here and hold it in. No, sorry. I press OK first, and then I press down for a long time. Then you get into that menu. And once again it's out of focus here. So I go up to the beginning here. So there you have the version for Pro Original, Mini Original, Mini with bed heater, Pro with new heater, and that is, I guess, if you only replace the heater to a 24 volt heater. There you have the Mini with new heater, the 24 volt variant or type, or how to say it. Sorry for my bad English. And yeah, and then you have the last one here was Mini bed, new heater, so it's bed and new heater also. And then you have Pro with new heater, and that one that was Wi-Fi on. And here we have one that I don't understand what it is. Pro with new heater, Life-ing. I don't understand what I have wondered if this is the one that I should have chosen or chosen. But anyhow, when I got further down here, you have PS that I chose, and that is Pro with sensor. So this was the one that seemed like the one that I should use. Because if you continue down here, you have Mini with sensor, and here you have Pro with sensor and door. And as I understand, on one of the ones that you can buy, you have walls here on the sides, and you have a door here that you can open up, so it's a closed area. But if you and the only difference on that one, as I understand, is that you get a little bit smaller print space, because they have narrowed it down, the print area, due to this, so you shouldn't have these ones going outside here. So, and then if I continue here with this, that was the last one. So this was the one that I chose, and I have also raised a question to DFRobot. I don't know if they can answer that, but they wrote on the page that if you look here, and that I should contact the support team whenever you're not sure. So yeah, that was what I did. Maybe it's more logical to contact Remaker, but I have to say that after seeing everybody who is trying to get answers from there, it's not maybe the easiest thing. They have very long response time, or historically anyhow. I will raise this question to them also if I don't get an answer from DFRobot. Anyhow, so if we go back to this one, I had the issues to get in, to get the hot end mounted to this plate, this one, due to the reason that it was a little bit too far apart. The plate that everything, the plate on the, or the bracket that is on the hot end. So it was a little bit tricky. So I needed to. Shortly it was a little bit tricky anyhow, but as fast as I got that done, to pull all the cables up and these things, it was not hard at all. It's more or less as easy as it tells on the video on DFRobot's homepage. But up here there is also a plate that should be mounted, and that plate I didn't receive either from DFRobot in the package. And this is the one that should be, that was here from the beginning, and that should be there now also, but I haven't mounted that one back due to the reason that I probably will need to replace this cable, and so I haven't mounted it back. I just pushed it in there, and I don't see any reason to why it couldn't look like this for a short period of time. And so this is the print, and here I have one print that is from, that was done at the same model, so before with the old head. And you see here that the old one here is not that good looking. You have there has been support material here, and it's really rough surface, and I haven't removed the support material on this new one yet. So it's I have to say it seems to be quite good. Here we have some strings, or what to say, I don't know where these, what this is. But if you take a look at this one and compare them, I think it's, I'll see if I can get some more even light. I have to say that the new hot end seems to print better anyhow. It seems to be a better surface. And I will just quickly I just put the camera down. Sorry for this. And I will try to just quickly take away this support material. Yeah, I don't know if it shows anything here, but no, I haven't got it all away, but I turn them both upside down here. So the left one is the one that was printed with this old hot end. And yeah, to my eyes it looks in fact a little bit better. If you look in this area, this looks much better than that one. So that's the old hot end, new hot end. But I'm not sure if I have made all the correct settings. But still I would have hoped for a much better result. This was a 6-hour print. but it's not looking that bad. Yeah. So I will make a new video here when I get to the correct cable and I get an answer if which of these that should have been used for the firmware, and maybe I could try this Lifeng version also and see if that is the one that I should have chosen, but I don't. I searched the net and I don't get any answer anywhere what this Lifeng version is. So, and yes, and on the last video these was not visible, and they were not in place when I made this print. I added them after the print was done, and they are for reducing the backlash that I've seen a lot of them over the OverLord users that have added these, but they've used rubber, what do you call it, rubber band instead. But I have these springs here and they seem to be the correct tension and everything, so I've used them, and it looks kind of nice also, I think. Okay, I think that will be everything for this video. It was a long one, but I hope you have any use of this information, and I will come back when I have got the information to if I have the correct firmware version, and also when I get the correct cable here for the auto leveling for the switch. And yeah, it doesn't seem that you should need any extra things on your old OverLord Pro machine, or just the smaller version, who is called OverLord only. So you shouldn't need any extra changes on the machine. It should only be like this. So as I understand, has only been some kind of mistake or from DFRobot when they sent me this stuff and they missed to send it. So yeah, okay, thank you, and goodbye then.